Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. Honorable Speaker, Sir, respected members of Parliament, I rise today with great pride and a deep sense of respect to speak on a subject that is central to our national security and sovereignty, the Indian Air Force. At a time when the global geopolitical landscape is shifting rapidly and our national borders demand greater vigilance, it is imperative that we recognize, honor, and strengthen the vital role played by the Indian Air Force in securing our skies and protecting our motherland. The Indian Air Force, since its inception on 8th October 1932, has grown into one of the most formidable and respected air forces in the world. It is not merely a wing of our defense services, it is a symbol of excellence, discipline, and unmatched bravery. With its motto, Touch the Sky with Glory, taken from the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the Indian Air Force has consistently demonstrated its commitment to defend the nation no matter how challenging the circumstances. From the very beginning, the Indian Air Force has been at the forefront of both war and peace. Whether it was the wars of 1947, 1965, 1971, or the Kargil conflict of 1999, the valiant air warriors of India have shown exceptional courage and professionalism. The air strikes during the 1971 war, particularly the precision bombing of enemy airfields and supply lines, played a decisive role in India's victory and the creation of Bangladesh. In more recent times, the Balakot air strikes in 2019 sent a strong message that India will not tolerate terrorism and that our armed forces have the capability to carry out precise and strategic operations well beyond enemy lines. Honorable members, the Indian Air Force is not just about combat missions, its humanitarian and disaster relief roles deserve equal recognition. Whether it is rescuing stranded citizens during floods in Uttarakhand, carrying out evacuations during the COVID-19 pandemic, or conducting missions like Operation Rahat in Yemen, the IAF has time and again risen to the occasion to serve the people of this nation. Its presence brings hope, relief, and courage to the common citizens in times of crisis. But the future of warfare is evolving rapidly. In the modern age, air superiority alone is not enough. We are now in the era of multi-domain operations where space, cyber and electronic warfare capabilities are as critical as traditional aerial combat. It is therefore essential that we continue to modernize and upgrade the Indian Air Force in terms of both technology and infrastructure. We must invest not just in new aircraft but also in unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, advanced radar systems, and artificial intelligence driven solutions that enhance situational awareness and decision making on the battlefield. The recent acquisition of the Rafale fighter jets from France marked a significant upgrade in our air capabilities. These multi-role fighters bring cutting-edge avionics, weapon systems, and stealth features that are crucial in maintaining our operational edge. But this must not be the end. We must continue our efforts in indigenous defense production. The light combat aircraft Tejas, developed by HAL, is a shining example of Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense. The government must ensure that such projects receive consistent funding, technical support, and institutional encouragement. Equally important is the welfare and morale of the men and women in uniform. Our air warriors operate in extreme conditions, high altitudes, combat zones, and disaster hit areas. We must ensure that they are provided with the best training, healthcare, housing, and family welfare facilities. Behind every successful sortie or mission, there are families waiting at home with hope and courage. We owe it to them to ensure that their sacrifices do not go unrecognized. The Indian Air Force has also made us proud in international forums. It participates regularly in joint exercises with countries such as the United States, France, Russia, Israel, and Australia. These exercises not only enhance interoperability and mutual understanding but also demonstrate India's growing stature in global defense diplomacy. It is through such collaborations that we strengthen our strategic alliances and prepare our forces for future challenges. Honorable Speaker, Sir, I would also like to mention the critical role of our Air Force in protecting India's vast and diverse terrain from the high peaks of the Himalayas to the coastal areas of the Indian Ocean region. As new threats emerge from drone warfare, cyber attacks, and space-based surveillance, we must ensure that our air defense systems are always one step ahead. The induction of the S-400 missile system and indigenous initiatives like Akash and Astra missiles are vital steps in this direction. Moreover, we must promote research and development in aerospace technologies. Our youth must be encouraged to innovate, and our institutions must be empowered to build the next generation of our defense systems. DRDO, HAL, and private sector players should work together in a seamless partnership that propels India into the league of top aerospace nations.